my travel buddies, welcome to Reish on Wings. Hope all of you are taking good care of yourself. Before starting today's video, I have a request for all of you guys. That is, please do consider subscribing to Reish on Wings if you haven't already, because that is a huge support and encouragement for me. So please do subscribe and let's get started. Today's video is for those of you whose bucket list has skydiving in it but doesn't really know how it feels to free fall. Skydiving might look scary and crazy, so if you want to get the feel of it and try something less riskier, indoor skydiving is the thing to do. Maybe you can see this as your baby step to real skydiving. Before marriage, I loved the idea of jumping off a plane, falling freely and then gliding through the air. But after marriage, I don't know what happened, my thoughts kind of changed. So when we went to Dubai, skydiving was not in our plan at all. But when my brother in Dubai told us about the indoor skydiving, I thought we would try it and see. So on our last day of our visit, we went to iFly in City Center Midriff Mall. This is the first ever indoor skydiving center in the entire Middle East, and we went there by taking bus. You can go there by metro also. Rashidia station is the nearest metro station. One of the many things that you learn when you travel is that you realize a lot more about yourself, and that too a lot deeper. I was this person who used to brag about being courageous and not being scared of anything in life. But when I saw my husband take his first flight in that tunnel, I was like, no, I don't want to do it. That's because I wasn't sure about the techniques behind that, how the body is lifted, how the body floats in the air. Anyway, both of us did 2 flights each, and you're going to watch that right now.
We reached iFly, changed into flying gear, attended a small training session, and then sat in front of the wind tunnel waiting for our instructor to come. Gauri went in first. I thought both of us were going to fly together, but instructor asked me to sit outside. The glass wind tunnel is 10 meters wide with a propeller placed below. Wind gust from the propellers pushes the flyers up in the tunnel if their bodies are positioned correctly, and this gives a feel of flying. We had opted for the basic package and we had 2 flights each. During first flight, instructor teaches you how to position your body and lift yourself in the wind column. It is during the second flight we actually get the feeling of real flight and mini skydiving. Gauri's first flight went well. Next was my turn. I peeped into the tunnel. Instructor pulled me in and the wind came rushing and I was lifted in the air. He told me not to fold the knees. I did the complete opposite. He told me to look up and I was keen looking down. So I kept banging to the floor and to the sides of the tunnel. I wanted to run away, but my legs were up in the air. After a minute or something, I was out of the tunnel. Then Gauri got in for his second flight. He glided up and down the tunnel swiftly with the instructor. I went in for my second flight. This time I was in air the moment I entered the tunnel and I didn't touch the ground at all. Instructor patiently reminded me to hold my position correctly, and I behaved as an obedient student because I didn't want to bang onto the floor again. Within seconds he lifted me in the air and we both raced to the top of the tunnel. I looked around. The thought that I was in the air floating was something incredible. Anybody can experience this indoor skydiving. Only real limitations are weight limits and shoulder dislocations. If you don't have these 2 problems, you too can fly indoor. Subscribe to Reish on Wings if you love watching travel videos and like to see more content from me. See you soon.